Well, when that awful moment arises, we all like to think that we are that person that will run towards the danger. Trey Filter found out in the moment that he is that guy. You had how much time to react to hearing people scream, "Get him"?
Well, thank you for that flattering compliment, but I simply responded. I didn't think much. There was a big commotion. They're yelling, "Get him!" I look to my left. I see a flash of people running, and I got lucky and got the right guy. I remember when I tackled him, thinking, "I sure hope this poor guy is it," you know. So
And was he armed at the time that was he running with a gun at this point?
yeah, apparently he was running with the assault rifle. I couldn't imagine it being in his pants. So once I tackled him, another gentleman came in. We worked together to hold him down. They were yelling "gun, gun." Um, so at that point, I was under the impression that he was still armed. I'm not sure, he possibly still could have been. However, the gun, one of the guns, or the gun they were talking about, had fallen during the tackle, and my beautiful wife here uh, was able to grab that gun and pull it away. And yeah,
Casey, how did you know to grab the gun or even see the gun when you're watching your husband and probably very concerned and worried about him?
Well, there was a lot going on in that moment. Um, and I just looked down and it was there. And my first thought was just to get it out of the way and to somebody or over to an area where no one else could get it and potentially use it again.
Trey, I imagine things take over, right? Adrenaline gets pumping in a moment like this. I mean, did you want to just finish this guy off or what?
well, I was pretty worked up. The whole there, he's got a gun deal kind of changed the scenario. And once I had reached under his stomach and I couldn't feel anything, I realized his ribs were open. So I just started racking him in his ribs. And because the cops weren't there yet, it seemed like an eternity. I mean, they were very busy. It was a complete
It was,
mess.
it
So
really was.
there was a military presence. They had shooters on top of buildings. Everybody felt very safe. Most people were talking about the gunshots didn't sound real. Um, just everything went to hell quick.
You're punching this guy in the ribs. What was the other guy doing that joined you?
He's telling me he's got a gun, and we're looking at, and he's saying we got him, we got him. We were elated, um, to know that at first we didn't know how extreme the situation was until we're working our way back to our vehicle. I yelled to my youngest son, "Where's your mother?" And then I told her, "Let's get the hell out of here," and we left. So yeah, there was a lot of adrenaline.
What did you talk about with your boys on the way back to Wichita or to the town you live in outside of Wichita, Casey?
Um, well, we just talked about how it's just important to be on alert at all times. You never know what can happen. And then we also just talked about, how the other families and how devastating that is for them. And then also they just expressed how proud they are of their dad.
Oh, man. Yeah, living under the roof with a hero. Like I said in the beginning, we all want to think that we're that guy. I mean, Trey, how much time did you have to think about it to be that guy? Is it just full, instinct and impulse?
It's like the video. I could barely see myself turn and get him. It was so fast in the video. I'm surprised. I was from a lack of
But
better judgment,
you had heard the
probably.
cracks of the you had heard the cracks from the guns, so when you turned to react, you knew it was based around a shooter, or figured that out.
Not necessarily 100%. It was more of a get him. I mean, help. I was thinking, get him. There's a guy running, and I just did it.
Fight or flight.
Yeah.
Then
When you
he's got
hear
a
the
gun.
When you hear that pap, 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 did you think it was fireworks or celebratory stuff? Or?
Yeah,
Mhm.
correct.
Wow.
That
First.
from where we were, the echo of the sound, it sounded like firecrackers. It did not sound like, well,
And we had all that military presence too. We
Yeah.
weren't, our minds weren't in that frame.
just moments before we had just walked past.
Yeah,
So
we experienced a lot of stuff yesterday as far as we were able to attend the second parade, which is unique. We were able to, you know, it was Valentine's Day. You know, we were able to avoid a mass being victims of that. And then, and you know, in addition to that, she ended up touching the gun, and we barely slept. It's been pretty crazy.
That's a Valentine's Day you'll never forget. Did you?
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Can you forgive him if he forgot flowers after that? Would that be okay?
No flowers needed.
Have you heard from the mayor's office or the chief's organization or anyone?
We haven't heard from anyone.
No.
I'm sure everyone's, you know, there's a lot going on. So, but yeah, we haven't heard from anyone from the chiefs or from the police or anybody.
Yeah.
So,
But we're happy to answer any questions they have. Anything.
Before this horrible ending, was it an awesome parade? Was it great? Were you having a good time?
For sure. It was a great time. It was a beautiful day. The last parade, it was freezing cold, and yesterday it was in the 60s and no wind. It was great.
the whole city, the camaraderie amongst the Kansas City fans is unmatched. Any stranger feels welcome. These knuckleheads decided to, you know, ruin a good thing. We have no intention on changing what we do. So we intend to attend other games and hopefully a future parade.
Anything you want to say to your fellow Chiefs fans after something like that? I mean, it's just the ultimate high and the ultimate low all at once.
Well, if anybody else heard Chris Jones getting the crowd riled up, about every man there was ready for a good tackle. So that was unique. So
well, I got to say, it's a real pleasure to meet you both, Casey, Trey. Thank you for your contributions.
Thank you.
thank you, sir.